Okay, in this video, we're just going to have a look at the free logo maker that is provided by Hatchful, which is part of kind of Shopify. So you can see here, we've got shopify.com tools logo maker. I'll leave a link in the description for this, so you can jump in and have a look. But there's quite a few tools out there that do this kind of thing, like Canva, and there's numerous other ones out there that they kind of create free logos from icons and different fonts. And I just wanted to come in and kind of see what we could generate from here, just sort of having a go. Like I say, it's free to use. You just need to basically create a login for it. So what we'll do is we'll jump in and we'll create a logo and just kind of go through the process. So you essentially get the option to choose a business space. So that's to kind of help them know, what you're about. Are you in the service industry? Is it a new game? Are you in the tech industry? So what I'm going to do is try and do this as if I was starting up a company called We Shoot Social. So it's basically just a video company for social media specifically. It's kind of hard to know which one that would fit into here. It's somewhere in between tech and art and photos. So what you can do is put sort of none of the above. So what we could do is we can jump into there. This is not going to work out as best as potentially for other things. If you're very much into one of these niches like pets, this will work a lot better for you. So if we hit next, and then you can choose your visual style, and you can actually pick 3 of these. So, we've got lots of different kind of ones in there. You've got like for, the games, youthful is quite a good one. We've got kind of vintage, maybe if you're selling like retro merchandise, that type of stuff. Innovative is a very kind of cool tech startup kind of, kind of style. You've got futuristic and friendly. They're sort of somewhere in like the SaaS space. So quite a lot of them kind of use those kind of graphics. So what we'll go for maybe for this, I want something fairly clean for it. So I might go for the innovative, reliable, but also give the creative one a try as well. And then hit next. And then the business name, I'm just going to call it We Shoot. Oh, if I could type social, and then I'll just call it the social content creators. And essentially, it's going to pull in the name, the business name, into pretty much all of these, and some of them it will pull the slogan into as well if it can fit it in there. So it depends what the logo looks like. And as I say, I've not actually used this, but I've got a fairly good idea of how this is going to work. For these, you can select whatever you want in here for this. So the reason they're asking you this, where it'll be used, you've got online store and website. Typically the smallest of the logo sizes you would request, or social media potentially. These are both online, 72 DPI. Print and swag, slightly bigger. Business cards, slightly bigger. 300 DPI. They need to be a bit bigger, or they're going to be blurry when they're printed onto things. And then you've got large surfaces and physical stores. So you've got like actual signage and that type of thing. So they're going to need to be really large files for that. So it's probably best just to select them all. And then if you do need it, you've got the bigger version and the smaller version all kind of optimized and ready. So you can just hit next, and then this has generated our our kind of logos. And because we've been very vague on what we want, it's not really put in the right icons. So it's kind of like we could be anything really from any of these. But what you can do, you can come through. Really this is more of just like a window shopping of kind of, what do I like? Do I like this kind of style? Do I like this kind of older style, or this kind of clean style here? We can kind of come through and you can kind of see what type of thing you like. So you can edit these slightly. So I'd probably go through and pick out something like, let's say this, for example, but it's got a cross in there. We could come in and we could say, I kind of like that, but oh, you can't actually, okay, that's interesting. You can't actually change the icon on this one. Usually with these types of things, you'd be able to swap the icon out. Let's quickly have a look and see if we can do that in another one. I think that's actually more of an image as opposed to that. Let's go into this one and see. So yeah, we've got an icon there. Okay, yeah, and it's changed it into a camera for us, so it's kind of picked that out. And then you can also come in and you can change the colors in there to something. If you've got a bit of like a branded color scheme, you could sort of try and make it match up a bit more to, you know, something that you want. So you do have some options in here. Like I say, the icon is here. It's actually picked out the type of one that I would have wanted. It's fairly clever in the fact that it is probably picked out the word shoot in there, and it's sort of understood that is more or less what I want. But you know, if you generate these, you can just keep on pretty much scrolling on and on through these until you sort of find one that you're sort of partly happy with. I mean, the thing that will really change it, you might think, you know, these aren't quite what I was looking for. So one thing you can do, you can come all the way back to the start, and you could actually say, I'd rather like the tech ones. And then it might be that actually you want to maybe change them to these. Like I say, you can only pick 3, so you can kind of come in and you could try that if you're just really not happy with any of them. And then, you know, it's all changed a little bit. It all looks like a little bit different now because it's done it by a different kind of creative styles. So you can kind of come through and, like I say, sort of find something maybe you want out of here. You can see this is a very different style to what we had before, and you know, there's some sort of half decent logos in there. It's I'd say this is the kind of tool that you kind of use if you've got no real idea of actually what you want. You've got no branding ideas in your head, you know, you just want it to kind of generate a few things for you and then just kind of give you some options. And like I say, you can come back and you can kind of play with this as much as you like, really. So we'll do one last one. We'll do modern, innovative and futuristic under tech, and then we'll see what it comes back with, and then we can go through and we can take one. I mean, you know, ones like that, not too bad. This is kind of okay. They're all fairly simple logos, but you sometimes don't need much more than that. If it's just for an online store or something, you're kind of okay, really. So we could kind of come through and pick something out. Like I say, the logos for most of these are kind of changeable, so you can kind of come in and you can pick out what you want in here. I mean, let's pick one of these as a final one. Like if we just took that one, we should be able to go in. It's like I say, it's kind of changed the icon for us because it sort of knows what it thinks we want. So you can come in and you could change your font to whatever you like as well. If you wanted it uppercase, you can just type it in uppercase in the actual main bit. So we could take something like that. We've got that font. We could change the colors. See what we got down here. So we could take something like that. It's a very awkward logo in a diamond shape, but that'll do. And then it's quite good. It's just going to pull all these things out for us. So we've got the high resolution logo, favicon, that's the little icon that sits at the top here in the website, Facebook profile image, cover image. We've got social profile images there, Pinterest, LinkedIn. So you're really getting everything you want there, you know. It's and then it's got some images there, like roughly of what it's going to be. And then hit download, and then, like I say, all you've got to do is put your email in. So I'll do quickly. And once you've picked your password and everything, it will just take you to this next bit. So, you know, you're all done, you're all ready. Send it to my email address, and then again, you can just download it. And what you should be able to do is come back and then come back and edit your logo again. And like I say, it's just a quick, simple way that you can kind of come in and you can just create a quick logo. It takes like a little bit of back and forth and sort of running through it, but it can be a nice way to just work out what maybe what you want to make your brand colors and your logo font and that type of thing. It's just a nice visual way for somebody to do that if they've got absolutely no idea what they want, and they potentially can't afford to pay somebody to do it because they're just starting out. So one thing I probably would do if you do decide to go this route is just check other competitors, because if they've used this or Canva or something similar, just make sure you don't have like almost identical logos to them. Just try and differentiate yourself a little bit, because that's the whole point in your logo and your branding. You want it to be a bit different and you want it to stand out for you, essentially. But if you've got any questions about it, leave them in the comments. If you found this video useful, give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe.